Now, in its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey, everybody. Live from Harlem in New York City. Yeah, this is the Ramble, and I'm Alex Bennett. Larry just said to me, Larry Brown, who we're about to talk to, that nobody really wants you when you're old.
No.
Have you noticed that you kind of disappear to other people?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Remember when you'd walk down the street and some girl would give you a look? You know?
Yeah, I still get recognized a little, but...
Well, recognize is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about they look at you and they go, hey, nice.
Yeah.
And they smile at you. That never happens anymore. I'm sorry.
Never. No.
In fact, I could sit there staring at a girl, at a woman, okay, with the big breasts and everything, and stare at her. And she'd never get mad because she'd never notice me.
Right.
So as you get older, you can get away with stuff.
You get away with stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know I was stealing that, but I'm sorry I took it from the store. I'm an old man. That was
I just realized there's only two people that have been doing stand-up longer than me in San Francisco.
Really? Who's that?
Will Durst and Dan St. Paul.
Dan St. Paul's still doing it, huh?
Still does it, yeah.
The Will Durst, yeah, but he had a stroke, so he's just kind of trying,
He's still trying to get back into it. I don't know how it's going to work.
Well, at least he's doing something.
Yeah.
But you say that's the oldest people in San Francisco?
Those are the two guys they were the three old guys.
A lot of comedians that gave up.
Right, yeah. Or some move, like Steve Pearl. And
Yeah, that too. Steve keeps working.
Yeah, he's in Vegas, and I guess Mark Pitta quit. So
Mark Pitta quit completely?
He told me he retired, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Well, that's kind of sad,
I know.
You've been in for a long time. These are
Kravitz
people...
is still doing that, right?
Who, Kravitz? I think
Yeah.
he is. I haven't talked to Kravitz in quite a while. I really should see how he's doing. He moved to Hollywood because he figured maybe he'd get some acting jobs. And he's got a great character face. So do you. I mean, you should have been doing movies.
I could have been the next Peter Lorre.
No, not the next Peter Lorre. You could have been a great character actor. And believe me, it's better to be a character actor than a star, because you're a star today and you're nothing tomorrow. But if you're a character actor, you're always working.
They work forever,
yeah. Yeah. But, it's not like you had the will to succeed.
No. Who's your favorite character actor of all time?
My favorite character actor of all time? Gee, that's hard to say, because there were a lot of good ones. I mean, you mentioned Peter Lorre as an example. I'm trying to think. Who was my favorite? I'm going to have to rest on that and maybe come back to you next time and tell you.
Okay.
Because I offhand, there's just so many that I like, and some that are here today, that are terrific. I always like character actors over the major actor. They kind of, if a major actor was the meal, the character actor was the dessert. But anyway, last time we were on here, we were talking. I mentioned the Dana Carvey show. Now you work with Dana a lot. You're his opening act most times when he's working in the Bay Area. And you don't have to fly and go somewhere because you don't like flying.
If he has something that's far away, he doesn't do that much anymore. We used to fly together, so that was
okay.
That made it easier.
Yeah, so you could hold his hand.
Yeah, and he hates flying, I think, as much as I do. So.
Yeah. Well, we watched this documentary that's done about on Hulu. Something I can't remember the title of it, but the biggest show that ever failed or whatever, and it's all about the Dana Carvey show, which lasted 8 episodes, only 7 of which were broadcast. And Dana Carvey was, given a deal at ABC to do a primetime television show. Hey, how can you turn that down, right?
Yeah, and this is after he'd had a huge run on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. And you can do anything you want, Dana. Anything. Okay? You don't turn that down. Unless you're really smart, and then you start to look at what the problems could be with that. But anyway, so they said you can do anything you want. And they think they're going to get the church lady, and they're going to get, for Hans and Franz, and all these characters that were developed for Saturday Night Live. Instead, he goes out and he gets, I'm trying to remember the name of the
he got
Smigel.
like Louis C.K.
And Smigel was the producer, executive producer. And Louis C.K. was a writer, Charlie Kaufman, who wrote Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind and other movies. They had in the cast, they had Carell, they had Colbert, they had a whole bunch of people. I'm trying to remember who the others was. There was a woman there, and I can't remember her name. But it was a great comedy mashup. I mean, it was just amazing. But they were also oddballs. And these were guys who just said, this is what we think is funny. And they just did a show that had no political bias. It was basically a non-political show, but everything was silly. And they opened up the first episode with Dana playing Bill Clinton, and to show how much sensitivity he had, he takes his shirt off and he's got 8 nipples. And now they're doing things like feeding puppies and kittens and babies, and they're all suckling on his teeth.
Jesus.
They said that in that first 3 minutes that bit was on, the numbers just plummeted.
Well, yeah, I can't imagine that working in prime time back then.
Well, I think it was one way to establish that Dana wasn't going to be the same old Dana, Yeah. And I probably would have gone along with it, saying, look, let's go with this. If they don't like this, then they won't like anything else we're going to do. Anyway, it took them weeks to overcome that, but they never got the audience back. And every episode, they had a different sponsor. That was the joke. It was the Mug Root Beer Dana Carvey show. It was the one I liked best was the Mountain Dew Dana Carvey show, in which for a commercial, he's sitting there with a guy, and he has a big glass of what looks like Mountain Dew. It's yellow, right? Mm-hmm. In a glass. And Dana's saying to the other guy, what does this look like to you? And the guy says something like, sunshine in a glass? No, what does it really look like to you? And of course we know what he's referring to because it looks like pee, right? Yeah. Well, that was it for Mountain Dew. They didn't want anything to do with the show after that.
Wow.
And the problems went on and on. At the very end, the sponsor they had was a Chinese restaurant that they used to order out for food. It was like the Szechuan Palace Dana Carvey show. But some really funny stuff. And they say the best show they ever did was the 8th episode, and they never aired that. ABC just decided, hell, pull the plug.
Well, they probably would have been a hit today.
Has Dana ever talked about that show to you?
He's never really talked that much about it. He just thought it was, he said I think they followed, was it the Tim Allen show or something? That
yes.
had a really mainstream audience, and he thought it was too dark for them. And
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, I mean, it was a brilliant show.
I think he's definitely proud of it.
You know, and the people they have Colbert in this documentary and Carell, and they both say that it's one of the proudest things they've ever done. You know, they really did the kind of comedy they believe in.
Yeah.
And I guess it's the hardest kind of comedy to sell, you know. I remember watching the show and just sitting there going, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, and Colbert got their jobs on The Daily Show based on just one sketch they did on that show. And it was a sketch called, what do you call it? Waiters Who Can't Stand the Sight of Food. And they're giving out the menu for what we have tonight is, and then they're starting to like dry heave as they're reading it. And it is so funny that it really made that first episode. And that was the thing that The Daily Show hired them. They said, oh, you're the guys that did the waiters. Oh, okay, come on, be on The Daily Show. And so they say that if they hadn't done Dana Carvey's show, they might not have become the big successes that they did.
That's a very impressive cast.
Oh, God. Impressive writing staff. Everybody was just, you know. So I'd say you don't have Hulu, do you?
No.
But if you did, it's on there. And I think they also, I haven't looked, but I think they have all the 8 episodes as well of the show. So that you can watch the show. I think in years have passed now, that show has become legend. You know, and people think of it as the greatest thing Dana Carvey ever did.
I'll have to talk to him about that again. He actually had an offer to me as a writer on there when I was working for you. It was '96.
Oh, really? Why didn't you take it?
I had to send some stuff in, and then by the time I did, they should have been canceled.
Well, that's how fast you do things. Yeah. Well, too bad you didn't do that, because that would have been something you would have remembered forever. You know, you would have suffered through a big failure. You know,
you're right.
It's a very depressing process to go through. You know, we often talk about our friend, who's a friend up in Sacramento?
Jack Gallagher.
Jack Gallagher, and he had the Jack Gallagher show on ABC again. And they thought it was just going to be such a big hit. They took out a double-page ad in the TV Guide, when TV Guide was a thing. Hey, kids, if you're listening, there was a magazine once. It was called TV Guide, and it listed all the TV shows. Oh, wait a minute. Let me explain TV to you kids. TV was this method of dissemination in which it went through the air and it hit an antenna in your house, and then they did TV shows. Did I explain that well enough for the young kids listening right now?
I think you had three options.
Anyway, where was I going with that? I was going somewhere with that. Oh, TV. Jack Gallagher show. So anyway, and TV Guide. And so now I see this, boy, Jack Gallagher finally made it. Now we all like Jack, you know. I couldn't have been happier for the guy. And he deserved it. He's one of the funniest human beings. I think he's still a very funny comic, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
And it comes to Friday, then there's Saturday, and the show's supposed to go on Sunday. And he gets a call from the network on Saturday, I think, saying, I'm sorry, we're not going to run the show. It seems that in the interim time between him doing the show and the time it was supposed to go on the air, they had fired the head of programming at the network and replaced him with somebody else who didn't like the show. So they just didn't run it. And I mean, everybody saw that double-page ad is waiting on ABC, 8 o'clock, Jack Gallagher show. Nothing. And
that had to be such a disappointment.
Well, God. I said to him, did anybody have to take the gun out of your mouth on that one? And he went, nah, I just looked at it and said, that's working television. You know, that's the way those executives are. They ain't too bright. You know, I mean, come on, you finished a TV show. You got it in the can. At least run the goddamn thing. No, we're not going to run it. Because I don't like it. I'm the new executive. I don't like it. The old executive liked it.
Well, the new executive might have not have wanted the old executive to get any credit for something if it had been a hit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and it was I think it was a very kind of run-of-the-mill sitcom. You know, I think he was maybe I don't know what he was, what his profession was, but a doctor or something, you know.
I thought he was a sportscaster, and I think
really?
Maybe Jeff Garlin was in the cast.
Probably. It was probably a good show. In fact, if you ever see him, see if he's got a copy of it that we can look at.
I will, yeah. Well, he moved to the East Coast, but I can still get it.
Where on the East Coast?
Back to Mass. I think Hyannisport.
Hyannisport. Oh, yeah. God, I thought he was people don't know who Jack Gallagher is. If you know about Curb Your Enthusiasm, he played Larry David's doctor on that series. He's just a great guy. I loved him. That's another failure. Big.
Yeah, well, he had the one of the best TV sets I ever saw was when you were doing Comedy Tonight, and you had Jack Gallagher on, and just blew the room apart.
Yeah. And people don't expect him when he walks out on the stage to be that funny because he's just a good-looking average guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of like Dana. The great thing about Dana was too cute to do comedy, and yet he made it work. And that was what was great about Dana. I often said he comes out, you look at him, he looks like he used to make a joke in his act about looking like a mannequin in an department store. By the way, kids, a department store was a big store they used to have where they sold everything. It's kind of like Amazon, but in a building. Okay?
So you had to go to the building.
You had to hang out at the mall. Oh, you know about hanging out at the mall because that's where you get your yogurt from. I see. Okay. You know, I mean, kids. I don't. How many people? They talk about you got to come back to San Francisco. You got to do a show again in San Francisco, and I go, how many people would remember me in San Francisco? You know, think about it. How many years has it been since I was on the air in San Francisco?
Since '97, although you were hung around a couple years after that.
Almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Okay, since I was on the air in San Francisco, and everybody waxes so poetic about that show. I mean, I get people call me all the time or get a hold of me all the time who just love that show. They lived for it. And I'm happy we did it, and I'm happy we were able to do it for the amount of time that we did it. But they don't remember me. Hey, Alex Bennett's coming back to San Francisco. Who's Alex Bennett?
Well, as you said once, we all have a time.
Well, I mean, what was it I used to say? That I wouldn't go out with any girl who couldn't name all 4 Beatles. And believe me, it was getting harder and harder to get a date using that as a criterion. They get as far John, Paul, George, John, Paul, Ringo. Okay. They never quite got George Harrison. He was always the one they had a tough time with. I'd coach them through it if they were cute enough. Let me put it that way. So.
George was a troubled Beatle, I think.
Did you have a criterion for women you went out with?
Yeah, they had to have a pulse.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that's good. That's
very
good.
low standards here.
But if they were really hot, would you give up on the pulse part of it?
No, I knew a couple of really hot women, and they were really unbelievably stupid, and it's just not fun to hang out with them, someone like that.
I can't hang out with stupid people.
No.
Okay. Yeah. No, I remember, I often tell the story about this woman I was going out on a date with, and we were getting along just fine. It looked like, tonight was the night I was going to score. right? So I said, you want to go back to my place? And she says, oh, yeah, that'd be terrific. Well, when they say that, it'll be terrific, okay? Yeah. So we get in the car and we start driving down the seediest part of Manhattan to get back to my place. And we stop at a stop, and she's talking to me about stuff. And excuse me, folks, if I use this word, but it's important to the story I'm telling. She looks over at me and she says, you know, what I can't stand are all these niggers.
Jesus.
And I went, what did she just say?
Oh, wow.
Are Jews next? You know?
Yeah.
And I just couldn't stand that so much. I came to a stoplight where somebody was trying to clean my window. That's how bad the neighborhood was, right? And I said, get out. And I opened the door, and she got out. I left her in the middle of the street in the worst part of New York City. And as I drove away, I said, you know, I really think tonight I've become an adult. You know, the fact that I had an absolute slam dunk, go to my place and screw our brains out thing, I gave it all up because I couldn't stand her racism. And I said, good for me. And I was very proud. I went home. I was happy. And I think she lived. I just, you know.
You don't know.
I don't know. But it literally was at that time the worst part of New York. And it's where you drive down the street, and every block somebody's trying to clean your windshield. But anyway, so that was, you know, somebody does that. Somebody gets really stupid that way, and I just don't put up with it. I'm sorry. That's me. Have you ever done anything like that where somebody was just so...
I never had something that blatant, but yeah, it would be hard to go through with it, although... The male sex drive, sometimes you wind up, well, let's do one and get out of here.
Well, you know, the male sex drive is a thing, and women don't really understand it like men do. We have this organ, and it's driving everything we do. You know, I mean, how many times a day when you're in your prime and you were walking down the street, did you think about sex?
I think they said like a man does it like once every couple of minutes or so.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a curse.
Well, you get to the height of your penis activity and thoughts and so on, and it becomes a driving thing, you know. And you will do a lot of stupid stuff just to get laid. And some of it is having sex with people that you say, why am I doing this? You know, this person's not bright. Although I found that intelligence didn't make for good sex, necessarily. I found sometimes really, really stupid women were good. So, you know. Well,
it's not a crime to be stupid. You just don't...
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to put up with.
So you feel that at your age you're disappearing?
Yeah.
I've completely disappeared. I don't exist. I'm sorry. It just... And here's the thing that's really horrible. I have a tendency, because of lack of balance, to fall. Okay? When I fall and everybody rushes over and they are so concerned that the old person fell over, I am so embarrassed.
Wow.
You know, it's so embarrassing. You care about me right now because I fell, but if I hadn't fallen, you wouldn't pay attention to me.
Yeah.
You know? So what do I have to do through my life to get attention? Keep falling? I don't think so, you know. So it's, you know, as you get older, it gets like this, Larry. And you're how old now? You're 72?
You're 72. See, just people don't want to... well, some countries, they do actually respect older people.
Do you find it really... And let me ask you this quickly, because we're running out of time. It hurts you in the comedy business, doesn't it?
It hurts anything in entertainment, of course, yeah.
They want them, what, 40 is the break-off day age for most?
Well, I was told when the last letterman that the network didn't want anybody that was unknown over 35.
Wow. You know, that's horrible. That's terrible. Because my feeling is, and I mentioned this to Slayton when he said he wasn't going to do comedy anymore because nobody wants to hire people his age. And I said, you know, it's amazing to me, but to me, funny has no age limit. You know, you're either funny or you're not funny. And you could be 100 years old, and if you're funny and you make people laugh, that's all that matters. That's what the craft is. You know, but anyway, hey, listen, I think we've run out. Have we run? We're getting close to it. Seconds away from being running out of time. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it once again.
I'm glad you remembered.
Bye.
Now, in its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
And thank you very much, Larry Bubbles Brown, ladies and gentlemen. That's our usual Friday guest, and we love having him here, as you know, one of our favorites of all time. And hello to all of you. You know what I'm doing here? This is my actual room background. But when I go to the show here, see, today I'm just trying. I forgot to do something. Is what I forgot to do. Oh man. I could have done it, but I didn't do it, and I should have done it, but what the hell. Anyway, hello everybody. How are you? And you'll see that this background's going to change the minute I, go to our guests. Anyway, let me start bringing these people in. Let me make sure they're all, no, that's not a good one. So that should be removed. Okay. So we'll remove that. Okay. And we will remove it. Okay. And then I will admit all, and these people will be fine. Okay. Here we go, and you're going to see now that I'm going to have a different background there. See? There we go. Hello, everybody. How are you?
Hi.
There's Charlie Wallace, and there's Jeff, and there's Mark Thorner, and there is, of course, our old friend Josh Wheeler. Hi, Josh. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a Friday, and did you miss me the last two nights?
Yep.
Yeah, you didn't. Don't lie to me. Okay. All right. Anyway, we didn't. Here's what happened. Lori couldn't do one with me this week because she got what do you call it? What's that thing where you get half your face gets Bell's palsy. That's it. She got Bell's palsy.
Ask Dr. Allen.
You know, when it rains, it pours, right?
I've had it twice.
Really? It goes away pretty fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, the period over a month or so, it goes away. It happens more in older people, but I was like in my 40s when I ended up with it. And they usually give you a steroid, but they don't know. It's the seventh cranial nerve for you nerds. And where it comes through into your face, there's under your ear, there's a little hole in your skull, and it covers one side of your face. So there you go. So
you look like you have half a face.
Yeah. It made a real bear trying to smoke cigars like this. So.
Or probably eating was probably a problem.
Eating, drinking, with a straw, because you can't. One side of your mouth is just. You wake up and you go. The first time I had it, I thought I had a stroke, but no.
Well, famous people who get it were like George Clooney got it. And remember Ralph Nader? Ralph Nader had it. He had it for a couple of years, I think. I don't think it went away immediately with him. Wow. But he was one of the earliest cases I remember hearing about it.
Yeah.
So that was.
Yeah.
That was it.
It's scary the first time. The second time I sort of knew what it was. And the second time it took longer to go away. It took 2 months to get full function back, but
Be like this.
Hey, oh, look who's there.
oh, they're in the pool again.
It's Adrian.
Adrian, show them what you just said. What'd you just say? What'd you just say?
Every time he looks at a camera.
What'd she say?
Every time that I look at the camera when I get on, I'm like this all the time. That's what she's saying.
Oh, really? You do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's exaggerating.
Yeah. Oh boy! So you're out in the pool. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
Now, is that a community
Yes.
pool?
Yeah. There's I don't know how many units are here. It's not many units, and nobody uses the pool or the hot tub, so gotta do it.
Got to do it. Yeah. Well, good. It makes me jealous because obviously I don't have any. If I go to a pool, I got to go to the YMCA or something like that. Mark knows what I'm talking about because in New York, what, you're going to have a pool in your backyard? I don't think so.
Alex, I did.
You
Oh.
in New York?
Bay Ridge, Brooklyn.
Oh, Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Okay.
You know how rare that is?
Well, I must be pretty rare because I was just saying it doesn't exist at all.
As far as I know, the pool is still there.
Mm-hmm.
When my parents bought the house in 1960, they somehow were able to get the permits, and we had an indoor pool.
An indoor pool. Oh, wow.
Yep.
Well, my next door neighbor is having his house rebuilt. He bought it and he put a pool in.
Yeah, but that's not unusual in California.
No, but a concrete pool is costing them $120,000 to have it put in. It is not cheap.
What are they if they're not concrete?
They have the fiberglass ones that they take a crane, they dig the hole and set up all the equipment. They take the crane and put it over your house and drop it in the hole and connect it. And that would have saved him about $15,000. But he wanted a concrete pool.
Oh, I don't blame him.
I don't either. They last forever unless an earthquake changes it. So
yeah, that's nice.
I mean, nobody's as rich as Mark. He had one indoors.
Yeah, but here we could probably put one in the courtyard if they wanted to, I guess. But then we'd have no courtyard left. And plus, come winter time, well, I guess you can make it an ice skating rink.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But
I used to go swimming in a big facility in Queens.
Yeah.
And I think it was built in probably in early 50s when remember when they had all of these buildings were built. This was before I was a kid, so I can't remember anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
But anyway,
I don't know what you're talking about. But
there were a huge swimming pool that had been.
Well, right in this neighborhood somewhere, I don't know where it is. There's a YMCA with a pool.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not like Brian with his pool where he is.
The other day you were talking about somebody spray painted Alex Bennett something or other.
Somebody wrote on the.
That was at the Sutro Baths, right? Where the Sutro Baths used to be?
No, it was below the Sutro Baths. It was below where the Cliff House was. It was along the beach there, and there was a seawall. And, one section of it, somebody had written, "Nobody loves Alex Bennett."
Oh, I thought it said for a good time call.
No. That would have been more fun, actually. But nobody loves Alex Bennett. And I happened to just be down there walking, and I look back, and there it is. Going
on the cliff.
And the Sutro Baths were before you were a child, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that's like 1920s or something, right?
Well, I don't know. When did the Sutro Baths cease to be? Does anybody remember? I think it was. I think it was somewhere in the 30s. Maybe they closed it down.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because
Yeah.
I go there. When I used to do, people come over from visiting. I always take them to that area and Cliff House area, and then go across the bridge and all that stuff. So, but yeah, that's so I always see the pictures, and the pictures like 1920s. So yeah.
Yeah, right.
And that place is pretty amazing, though. How they show the pictures, really huge, and
it was a huge pool. It was a
Yeah.
giant pool. It was seawater. It was seawater pool,
Mhm.
and it was Okay, so we know you love him.
I know. Now she's so annoying. Remember when she used to be so shy? It was so funny.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
she's so
I always remember her as being annoying.
So they said June 1966 was when they closed.
June 1966.
When they burned down.
Sutro Baths.
It's when they burned down.
When it burned down.
Oh.
When did it close, or did it close after because it burned down?
Yep.
Pretty much.
It was built in 1894.
Yep.
Oh wow.
It was
burned
huge.
down to its structure
It
in
was
1966.
huge. Yeah, this picture, the indoor pool, it was huge.
Gee, I
It
was
was right there on the ocean.
Yeah, I was born in 1939, so I suppose I could have gone there in my teens.
Yeah.
But
The big thing was to go to Fly Shacker.
Fly Shacker pool.
Yeah.
Anybody ever hear Fly Shacker pool? You never heard of it, did you, Brian? Wow.
Been there.
No. Where was
I
that?
heard of it either.
Yeah. Well, you never
It's up
heard
by
of
the
it
zoo.
either. Okay, explain it. It was this pool, saltwater pool, and it was the largest pool in the world, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Of salt water, yeah.
Yeah, and it was salt water brought in from the ocean, and you could. I don't think you would sometimes have a hard time getting from one end to the other. Okay,
Yeah. But
And
you
they
could
had
float real good.
Oh, they had a rowboat in there in case somebody started to drown or something. I don't know.
Then they
It's out by
row
the zoo.
over 'em, and that's it.
Yeah, but no, it was when I was a kid. It was out there. I never swam in it. I never really went out there, but I knew about it.
The good thing is about saltwater. I mean, the neighbor's using salt water in his pool next door when it gets filled up, because you don't need chlorine.
Yeah, but have you ever? Do you like swimming in saltwater pools?
Yeah, they're the the salinity that is not like going in the ocean. I mean, it's
still not fun. I like clear water. I'm sorry.
it is clear water.
No,
it's
it's
a clear
not.
water pool.
A saltwater pool does not. It has salt water in it.
Well, they add regular street water, and then they add 100 pounds of salt, and they mix it up, and every 6
No,
months
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong.
I think that's
he
a soup
just explained
recipe.
it to me
Because the
other
one
day.
out
I
at
don't know.
the one out at Fly Shacker actually pumped water in from the ocean, I believe.
Yeah, it was green.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is not going to be green. I've been in saltwater pools in hotels, and it's clear water. You
Well,
wouldn't know
they may create salt water,
It's treated,
it.
yeah.
but it's
That's what
not
they're gonna
salt
do.
water. Sutro Baths was salt water too because they were both on the
Literally.
ocean, so they just pumped the water in.
Literally, yes.
So anyway, and then I think Sutro quit being the Sutro Baths, and they did something else. I think they made it into a skating rink or something like that. It
A
changed.
big building. Yeah.
Huge building. So anyway, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Mm-hmm. Anything been happening in the news I should know about? Because, why should I have paid attention to it the last couple of days?
It's going to be a lot harder to get COVID shots.
It is?
Yeah, well,
Not for Alex and me.
Well, and me, but anybody over 65. But the mRNA vaccines, is what he cut funding to at RFK Jr., the Dr. RFK Jr. And there's some people say that they're still going to, the ones that are still there, they're going to allow them. But he says the mRNA poisons you and kills you and everything. And, it's so far from the truth. But
Well, the man doesn't know anything. He's not a doctor.
Nope.
No, that's for sure. I got some friends like him that think he's, the smartest guy in the world.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot. And he's going to kill Americans like crazy.
Yeah, we have another pandemic. We will not be prepared.
We are. I know. I was thinking about it today, and this is just getting ridiculous. I mean, did you hear what they did to Bolton today?
Yep.
I mean,
Bolton was very outspoken against Trump, and
yeah,
people
well,
that are
that's
outspoken. The FBI goes and knocks on their door.
Yeah, well, that's not good.
No.
I mean, what kind of a country are we living in? This is the kind of country I used to hear that existed in, like, Russia or Germany back in World War II. Things like that. But not, not here. That wasn't what America was. We were very proud that we didn't have that. But now he's going after his enemy. He's arresting his enemies.
Yes.
That's not right.
No.
That's completely.
He got a new hat. Did you see his new hat?
What did it say? Get everybody?
Trump was right about everything.
Right.
Red
hat,
no,
that hat has been around for a while.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy who first made it up for him.
You wore it in the Oval Office.
The guy that first made it up for him was Elon Musk.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet he's sorry.
Well, I don't know if he's sorry.
Seen it on him.
When you got that much money, are you really sorry?
No.
What did he give him? $94 million, dropping the bucket to a billionaire.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, it's just today Bolton they went into his home and took out everything. Now, I don't know why. What did Bolton do?
I'm just a fierce critic of Trump.
Yeah, he wrote a book, but that's not a criminal offense in America. At least when I last looked at this country.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to say he had secrets in his bathroom.
Well, they were claiming that he took home top secret information, and that he published it in a book.
Yep.
Geez,
It's okay for Trump to have it for all his guests to read
while they're in the toilet. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just everything that's happening in this country is just, it's ridiculous. And when you talk about, what RFK Jr. did with the vaccines, I mean, come on.
Well, they fired all the vaccinologists right away, all the vaccine specialists, and he brought his own people in. None of them have a medical degree.
Yeah. Something I was saying to Marjorie tonight, now we know why Trump's businesses went under.
Yep.
Because he ran them just like he's running this country now. If somebody disagreed with him, he fired them. And he just didn't want anybody to disagree with him. He was the smartest person in the room. Of course, when you make sure that all the people around you are really dumb, you are the smartest person in the room. But I mean,
he fired another general today too.
Did he fire? Oh, yes, he did. What did that general do? I forget now.
He was woke.
He was too woke. Yeah, I guess.
Too woke.
Well, he's the head of the DIA.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the agency that compiled the report on the Iran bombing that they didn't like.
Oh, I see.
It didn't say annihilate.
So, yeah, right. I mean, they didn't like their report, which was their report. I mean, their job was to give a report. They gave a report. I mean, if you say, if you put me in a field and you fly some planes over and they're supposed to hit these targets and they fire at the targets and they don't hit them, but they ask me if they hit them, I mean, what am I supposed to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then if I'm sitting there on the ground and I say, I know that if I tell them they don't hit them, I'll get fired, I'm just going to be like, yeah, sure, right on the money, great job, right? And then everyone's going to go on thinking that this weapon system works and the pilots are great and everything. So what did we accomplish there? We didn't accomplish anything. We made the military weaker. We made the people less safe. We created an environment without, I mean, we could go on and on here, you know. So, I mean, if you keep firing people who tell you things that you don't agree with, you know, the labor statistics person, this person, other people, people are just going to tell you whatever, okay, to keep their job. And that is going to lead eventually to, I mean, it is, I told these guys earlier, you don't have to be a historian to know, although I happen to be, you don't have to be one to know that this always leads to a crisis or a catastrophe. All the time.
The thing
I mean,
is,
it's Stalin-esque, right?
Yeah.
You know, Stalin. How are we doing in the war? Oh, we're winning. I mean, you know, because everyone looks around and says, "Who wants to be the one to tell him that we're losing?" Same thing. Hitler. How are we doing in the war? Oh, everything's perfectly perfect.
peachy keen.
Right. You know, when in fact it's not, but they do not want to be the one to say so because they don't want to be berated or sent to the front or whatever, go on with your list. So how did that work out? You know, we could continue to go, right? You know, Vietnam, are we winning in Vietnam? Well, we most certainly are. You know, what about this memo over here that says that? Well, that guy just doesn't like you. That's all.
Okay, fire him.
Right. I mean, so okay. I mean, we just have to wait out the storm, you know? I mean,
well, it's getting horrible. I mean, and this is the way I think he ran his businesses, and that's why he didn't do very well after a while. Why he was going broke.
No doubt about that.
I mean, it's a good example of why probably the Trump's Taj Mahal in Atlantic City went under, is because he would only listen to people who agreed with him.
Correct.
Yeah.
How do you bankrupt a casino? You know, the odds are all in favor of the casino. I don't get it.
Well, somebody once said it's a business to print money. You know, I mean, but you know, I mean, Trump is a failure in almost every business he's been in, and now he's going to be a failure as a leader of this country to keep us from going under. I mean, the only thing I say is wonderful about him is my stocks keep going up.
Yep.
You know,
same here.
You know, and I don't know if it's his doing, to tell you the damn truth. You know.
So there was a write-up in the Wall Street Journal over the weekend, I think, and it said the reason why the stock market's doing good under Trump is because big business can absorb the little hiccups. You know, the Wall Street Journal's kind of leaning to the right, but can deal with the little hiccups of his tariffs, where the small guy can't, and those are the guys that are going out of business.
Oh boy. Well, anyway, all I'm saying is that he keeps going after people that disagree with him, that don't tell him what he wants to hear, and that's becoming it would be interesting if it was just an anomaly, but it's not. It's a constant way of doing business in this country now, and it's just, I think it's not gonna get any better either, because the more people, if there aren't people around him saying, "Hey, you shouldn't do that," and they're afraid of telling him you shouldn't do that, or that this is the way it is, or no, it's not the way you think it is. We're going to have a very badly run country here, you know.
I feel sorry for the next president if he's a Democrat. He's got so much cleaning up to do.
Well, I mean, you can reverse a lot of it, you know, immediately. But if you've got a bad economy as a result of it, and you've got things that need a great deal of fixing up, that's going to take a while, you know.
The market skyrocketed today because the Fed chairman said we may be able to lower rates in September.
Yeah. You know, so that was his doing, not Trump's.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You know,
if you lower them too quickly, it pushes it into a recession. So, but we'll see what happens.
Trump wants him to lower it immediately.
He wants them to take 2 points off of it. Make it 2%.
Yeah, yeah. But he can't fire Powell, so, Powell's going to do what he wants to do. And he doesn't like Trump, so he's going to keep doing what he wants to do independently of having to keep Trump happy. He's probably one of the only people in the government who doesn't have to keep Trump happy, But anyway, so that, then we got that going for us. And, by the way, Lyle Menendez, I think, it turned out that he's not getting a... was it Lyle? Yes, Lyle Menendez isn't getting a pardon yet. Not a pardon, but a
parole.
A parole. They say they think they're just waiting for the next 3 years to be up, and then the minimum amount of their sentence will have been served, and then they can do it. So we'll see. We'll see. Meanwhile, out in California, you guys are going to have to vote now, I think, on whether you want to have new congressional districts there.
Yeah, but it's
at least they get to vote.
It's a Democrat state, and most of the Democrats in the state are already telling Gavin Newsom that they'll vote for this, What
did you say, Charlie?
At least they get to vote. The Republicans here never ask anybody. They just do it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, in Texas. I keep thinking, I had to remember you're in Texas.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what they're doing is they're allowing it to be put to a vote so the people of California vote on it. And, who can complain about that if it comes to pass? So... Anyway, hey, listen, I want you to hear something. This is fun. As you know, Rob, I'm trying to remember his last name now.
Alfano.
Rob Alfano was the voice of Gabnet for years, and then he moved to the Philippines.
Yes.
And he got rid of all his equipment and everything. He can't do ads for us, promos for us. But I finally got a promo with Rob on it. Again. Yeah. Listen here.
There are so many ways to listen to Gabnet. We can be heard on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. More than that, you can see Alex Bennett's Ramble on YouTube, Vimeo, and Facebook. All of that may seem a bit complicated, but now there is an easier way to listen to Gabnet. If you own an Amazon Alexa, just say the magic words, Alexa, tune in Great American Broadcast, and voila, you are connected to our 24-hour-a-day stream. You can hear all our programs in rotation, and on weekends, you can hear a whole week's worth of programs the same way. So take the lazy way out and cram your ears with all our wonderful hosts without lifting a hand by just saying, Alexa, tune in Great American Broadcast. As always, Gabnet is talk like you've never heard it before.
What was wrong with Steve Fox's intro?
What?
You know what's weird?
That wasn't an intro.
Oh, okay.
You know what's weird?
What?
It sounds like Rob Alfano with Albert in it.
Really?
AI. It's
It
AI.
does sound like
AI.
it's AI, but
Well,
because his voice is higher.
Yeah.
And it sounds like kind
it's-
of like Albert's voice
and it's-
with
no,
what
It's not Rob.
the way Rob talks, and
Yeah.
it's Albert's voice kind of
Well,
mixed in there.
here's how Rob sounds.
Gabnet's creator and founder, Alex
He's
Bennett,
lower.
is always looking for
Well, sometimes he was lower, other times he was higher. I'm trying to think of...
Maybe it just sounded
why
speeded up.
you tune into Gabnet. Here's reason number 9. Great celebrity guests.
And here he is now.
There are so many ways to listen to Gabnet.
But you got to admit, it's pretty
It's close.
Yeah,
It sounds very close.
You wouldn't know the difference, okay? So I bought a program that clones voices, and then I give it the text, and it reads the text. And the text, by the way, was written by AI. The whole thing's AI. And I think I was very happy with how it sounded like Rob. Now I wonder if Rob's going to mind. You know.
Yeah.
You need to do it
See
to
if it
Edward
copyright.
Berger's voice.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing that. people don't know who Edward Berger is. He's a guy who does our Monday show, who sounds like a cartoon voice, right?
Yep.
That's all, folks.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And I don't want to use anybody that's famous, because really I have to sign a thing every time I do it that says I have permission to use this voice. So, they don't want you doing it. But Rob wouldn't mind, And I tested it and it worked perfectly, I mean, I have the same commercial with just a voice that they supply, and it's.
There are so many ways to listen to GapNet. We can be heard on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Pandora.
So I mean, I can use one of their voices too. So.
Sounds woke.
Yeah. What if you use Obama's? What are they going to do?
I don't know. What if I did? What's his name? The actor that's on all the commercials. But anyway, here comes Bree. By the way, everybody get ready to watch him eat. There he see. I told you. I said that let's all watch him eat, and there you are in the restaurant. Isn't that wonderful? Terrific. Anyway. Let me get some soda here.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
You're jealous of what?
Looking at the restaurant, and I'm like, wow.
He's in Malaysia.
No.
Yeah, just got back from Krabi.
Yeah.
And I'll be going to Koh Samui in 2 weeks.
To where?
Koh Samui.
Grow some weed?
Grow some weed?
Well, you can do that there. It's legal.
What's it called again? I never heard of the country.
Really?
Did you ever watch the movie Meet the Fockers?
Yeah.
That's where Robert De Niro buys the tickets to take them on a honeymoon.
And what's the country again?
Oh, it's Thailand.
Oh, it's Thailand, but it's a place in Thailand.
That's right.
And it's called?
Koh Samui.
Koh Samui. Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Are you ever coming back, by the way? And if you are, will you let us know when so we can leave?
Why do you want to leave, Alex?
Huh?
You want to leave because I'm coming there, but you won't leave because Trump is there?
Oh boy, well, we really are just we're so disappointed. It's so late in our life that to suddenly say we're leaving, we're out of here. We're just
Montreal. Montreal's looking pretty good.
Montreal is looking pretty good. Yeah. But anyway, but then we got to put up with the Canadians, and who wants to do that? So.
I don't know. Socialized medicine sounds good to me.
Socialized medicine is wonderful. Yeah. But anyway, so other than that, I was playing around with that thing. I can't do too many of them in a month because I get charged for every one. No, I don't get charged for every one. I only get to do, I think, so many minutes worth every month. So, but I don't need more than that but I'm going to try and replace all my announcements here. And maybe I'll ask Steve Fox if he'll do some voice for me, and then I'll, he won't have to do them. I'll just use his voice,
He's a great guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's easy for me. Because and what's interesting is I put in, they have a new version of what is it, the Chat GTP or whatever it is, and I've been writing these spots using it, and it writes better scripts, better promos than I do. I will tell it. We're just very simply write me a promo about it, like in that case, Alexa and the fact that we're on Alexa and what to say. And then it just wrote the spot, and it wrote a better spot than I possibly could. So I go, I kind of feel guilty about it, but then I say, well, why not? So anyway, any of you been doing anything interesting at all?
I'm having surgery on Wednesday.
What are you having?
They call all these fingers trigger finger, even though they don't pull the trigger, but the longest finger locks up, and so I'm going to have.
So does mine.
Minor surgery. Yeah, there you go. Well, that's the same finger.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's on my left hand because it'll be sort of out of commission for a couple weeks.
So what do? They just go in there and do a couple little things with it?
Yeah, there's just in this area, there's called an A1 pulley. I have no idea what it is, but they just cut like a 1.5 inch slice in there and clean up the material that's stopping it from closing. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. Anybody else have anything wrong with them that they're gonna, let's see here. Lori had got Bell's palsy. Oh, and next week, Amy is getting a cataract operation, and she goes, "Well, I'm going to be out for 2 nights." You know what I mean?
What year? What year cataract?
What?
What year?
Cataract.
What year? What year Cadillac? I got my
What year cataract?
What year Cadillac?
Well, excuse me. It's a Japanese. It's a Japanese cataract.
Really?
Anyway,
oh wow, it's really rare. Very rare.
Anyway, the cataract surgery. I told her, I've had it. How many of you have had cataract surgery? You have. I have. How simple was it?
It was very simple.
It's a breeze.
Yeah.
You're really, if I were to do it tomorrow, I would tell you I might be out one night because I'd have a cup on my eye, but after that, it's fine. It's one of the easiest operations. I've had both eyes done with it. Mm-hmm. So, but she's going to take 2 nights off next week because she's afraid she won't be ready to do the program. And I keep telling her, it's nothing. It's nothing. In fact, I got it while I was doing the radio show at Sirius XM, and I didn't miss a day. And I had 2 of them, so I didn't miss a day on either of them. So, you should not worry about it, Amy. It's going to be just fine. It's simple. I tried to tell that to Bubbles. Bubbles has to have it done. He's having it done. I can't remember when. And he said the same thing, Yeah, I know. What was that? Was that her? Was that her? Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you have something you want to say, Adrian? Oh, now she doesn't have anything to say.
No, she says yes. Go ahead, show him.
Which side is it? Okay, so.
Okay. Oh, look, it's Martha Stewart. Okay, go ahead. What are you going to do? What is
that? Okay, so me and my dad made we made Starbucks.
Yeah.
We made a summer berry lemonade refresher, and we had popping boba.
You have what?
It's up on top. It's up on top. Yeah, right there. Right there on top of the spaghetti sauce. Yeah, right there.
Right there. Okay. So what's this?
So the popping boba pearls that Starbucks that has. And this is a strawberry acai lemonade refresher.
Yeah, okay.
And those are at Starbucks, and they charge how much money for those small drinks, so we make our own.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then the summer berry one, they have the popping pearls. So we bought that online, and then she makes her own. And I tell her she can have as much as she wants. No more Starbucks.
And so, what are you making? What is the final product here?
Oh, this is lemonade and some.
Okay, so make some up for us now. Make some up. You got to put it in a glass, right? Okay.
So I put some ice in.
Mm-hmm.
Can I put boba? Can I put boba?
Yeah.
I'm just doing it second.
You're not.
So, yeah, can you open it, please? Thank you.
We only have an hour show, Adrian.
Yeah, right. Right.
So you need to see my face because it's beautiful.
You order them from online. So
Okay.
are they refrigerated or?
So what are those things called?
Jerry's.
The popping boba pearls. It's the
There's a
raspberry
Bobo
one.
Pearl.
Well,
Everybody knows Bobo Pearl.
Okay. All right.
You can get there are 20 stores around here that sell every variety of Bobo Pearl.
Really? You can't find them very easily here, I don't think. Okay, now you're gonna pour in what?
I'm gonna pour in the strawberry acai lemonade.
And what's in there? Tell them what's in there.
Oh yeah, this is
Cranberry.
cran x raspberry
Yeah.
and lemonade.
Okay. So first you put in the cranberry. How much?
Yeah, it came in here, and then I poured like this much out.
You know something. Yeah. I was going to say that Martha Stewart would do this a lot faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just pour it in there. See, but what about the lemonade? What about the lemonade?
Lemonade's in here. Lemonade's already in here.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
We already mixed it.
And this is lemonade and
Blue Gatorade.
Boy, that looks like probably tastes pretty good. Mmm.
Same as Starbucks sells, but they sell for
How much? How much? Okay. Thank you very much, Adrian. That was very nice. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That made me very thirsty.
So,
Yeah.
I gave these ice to them.
Mark Thorner, you told me you were going to be out tonight because you were usually out photographing.
I was out the other night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and so not tonight.
No.
Okay.
Never on Friday.
You were trying to call me on the other night in order to do it, or what?
Oh yeah, like I did last week. I was like, oh, call in, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did what I already posted what I did.
Oh, okay. And they can go to where to see it?
It's on my YouTube channel, so it's like,
So just look up Mark Thorner on YouTube, and we'll be able to find you that way. Okay, good. And how have you been doing, Josh? What's been happening in your neck of the woods?
I'm good. Just continuing on my work, Same routine there, busy, so plenty going on. We'll say I mentioned before that I live really close, like super close to a former Air Force base. That's closed, but has a reserve section and serves as a cargo airport, etc. And there's an air show this weekend, so the U.S. Navy Blue Angels are in town.
I hate them. I hate them.
Well, sorry. So I sat in the backyard today and watched their show. I don't even really have to go to the air show to see it. They
go over populated areas, okay?
Well,
and one of these days, one of those planes will come right down into a populated area, and everybody's going to, how could that happen? And I've been saying it's going to happen for years.
I don't remember if it hit any houses, but they actually lost one 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Tennessee.
Well,
I
that's
believe.
enough for me to say don't fly over populated areas doing this. They used to, in San Francisco, they used to fly over the bay, but as part of their rehearsal, they'd also fly over the city.
They still do.
Yeah, and I said I was screaming and yelling about it, saying, one of those things came down in San Francisco, they could kill a bunch of people. Forget about the guy in the Blue Angel in the plane.
Well, it probably wouldn't be pilot error because these guys fly within a foot of each other, wing to wing and stuff, and you just don't do that with air turbulence and stuff unless you really know what you're doing.
Well, you really know what you're doing until it turns out you don't.
Right. Where did the Trans-American Pyramid go? Oh shit.
Yeah, right. Well, what happened was I kept complaining about this every year, and so finally one year the Blue Angel said, "Come on, let us take you up." And I went, "Screw you! I know what you're going to do. You're going to take me up there. You're going to do a couple of rolls, and you're going to make me puke in my mask or whatever,
Film at 11.
And film at 11. They were going to do anything they could to make me throw up. So
they're in town though, so that was just nice. That I mean, didn't have to leave the yard. They actually came. They were here 2 years ago, and then last year the Thunderbirds were here, but actually came closer this year. They've changed their routine up a little bit than they were previously. So today, when I sat outside, got a couple nice deals, but they've got a few other things up there. They've got an F-22 and an F-35, and the demo teams are there for those. They had those out. Now, Thursday was even better because there was no show. It was just their practice day.
Oh, yeah. They have a rehearsal.
Yeah, so...
And they do the same thing they're going to do the rest of the time, only they tell everybody, don't look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so, I've seen quite a lot the last couple of years, but this weekend's been pretty good. But, yeah, the F-22 was here. It's here, but it was in the neighborhood, Thursday, and I sent a message to these guys that, I don't know if he took his turn too wide or what, but they came right over the housing development, and I mean, at 500 feet, and it shook the entire house, and I thought my cats were going to be dead when I went upstairs to check on them because it was traumatizing, I think, for my cats.
It's got 2 jet engines on it, I think.
So they're,
Yeah, they're loud.
Other than that, I'm, super busy with, I'm taking a class right now. I just started to, continuing to close my doctorate out, and then, got an article that I finished I need to proofread and turn in, so pretty busy with that.
Well, good.
I saw, rather than Trump, I saw an article in the Washington Post that reminded me that it's the 25th anniversary of the movie Bring It On, which reminds me that I was once married to Kirsten Dunst and screwed my marriage up by cheating on her with Eliza Dushku. Wrecked my whole life.
Yeah. That's terrible.
I said, can I read an article about this or Trump? So I said, yeah, I'll read this.
Anyway, anything else happening in the news that we haven't caught up on?
I mean, there's a lot going on, but it's...
this whole thing...
It's depressing.
Let's for a moment talk about our president's desire to end the war in Ukraine. How far do you think he's gotten in doing that?
Zero.
Yeah. It's all, smoke and mirrors, isn't it?
And stall tactics. I mean, Putin didn't come here didn't go to Alaska to solve everything. Come on.
No, he went there to get credibility.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying, right? Oh, let's get a meeting together now.
And then here's Trump, and he's in Washington, and he invites what's his name, the head of the Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, to come visit, and the rest of the NATO countries, major NATO countries, decide we'll go to Washington and join him. And the reason I think they did it was to protect him from the kind of thing that went on the last time that Zelensky went into the Oval Office. And, of course, Trump felt, they all came to see me. And, of course, everybody knows. Did anybody see South Park this week, where everybody's lined up from every country, handing Trump a gift, and also telling
the clips,
telling him he doesn't have a small penis, and it's exactly what went on at this meeting the other day, because they've learned. Here's how you completely scam Trump. You just say nice things about him.
Even Hillary Clinton is joining that bandwagon.
Who?
Hillary Clinton. She now believes Trump is doing the right thing and very good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact is that they were all doing this only because they knew this was the way to just completely scam him. He would do anything they wanted if they just said nice things about him.
tools working tools.
Well, they don't.
Yeah. Well,
you know,
not so much there, but when you get Putin and Trump together, that's exactly what's going on. I mean,
yeah, but I mean,
he's playing the game, they're playing the game back and forth, and nobody wins.
Well, they still had a meeting where they had everybody from these countries sitting at a table, and each one of them would say something nice about Trump.
Right. Pass the mic around and talk good about me.
Yeah. Yeah. And they did, and he loves all of them. Oh,
Sure
they're my friends. They love me.
That's right.
No, they don't.
When they walk over, they get on the plane and say, "Fuck you, you dipshit."
They know how to play him. And everybody in the world knows how to play him now. Oh, yeah. This is the way you play Donald Trump. And he will do anything you want. You know.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I still don't understand why every time he takes questions, or the press secretary doesn't get day after day from a half a dozen or more reporters. I thought this was going to be taken care of with one phone call.
Right.
Why have we spent millions and millions of dollars to buy expensive caviar for Vladdy Pooty Poot to come over here and eat? And, so your ass clowns can leave the menu and a bunch of other top secret documents laying around in their hotel room.
On the printers.
After they got done fucking jerking off or whatever. and one phone call.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, today he said it's a little bit harder than I thought. I did 7 wars already, but this one's a little harder.
This is the
than
other
I
thing.
thought.
He says
7 wars? What the?
No, he considers he solved the war by bombing that nuclear facility.
Yeah. He says he stopped a nuclear war. I mean,
no, he
everybody in the Congo gets along now. Everything's fine.
Yeah, it's delusional.
Yeah,
they're all having barbecue.
I say he's nowhere near as bad. I was telling Josh today, I said, he's like Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Except he's alert. And that's the scary part. At least Joe was a little quiet and sat in the back room or whatever. But this guy's just as nuts, if not more delusional, and he's still awake.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Well, what can I say?
I mean, I still don't understand how the Democratic Party cannot continue to make the argument that this new Republican Party, the Trump Party, is quite literally trying to take over every aspect of your life.
Yep.
Okay, now they want to send the military into cities. Okay, even if you think those cities are a little bit out of control, you've got to understand this is a control of your life. This is a step that has never been taken before. What's to stop it from going further? They want to control from the federal level, from Washington, D.C. They want to control what happens in Chicago and Los Angeles. Oh, and maybe Dallas, and maybe Oklahoma City, and maybe Omaha, Nebraska, and Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Yeah.
And, Pierre, South Dakota. All right. And then they even want to control from Washington, D.C., the way that you vote. They want to make sure,
get,
right down to the pencil that you use and what kind of paper it has to be. Those guys in Washington are the ones deciding it.
But they promote that they're going to get government out of your life. Bullshit.
Right. I mean, I could have a legal pad page filled with things that I could stand up and say, this is what the new Republican Party, the Trump Party, wants to control from the federal government mandated on down of your life every day. You can't decide it in your county. You can't decide it in your village. You can't decide it in your state. It's decided for you in Washington. You must do it. If you don't, you're breaking Washington's law, and we've seen how that works out for people.
Well, I don't know. If he tries any of this in California, he's going to have a very bad time.
Yeah, what did he call himself? The chief of U.S. police or something today or yesterday?
I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah. He was with the National Guard. He did his little ride along and then bought everybody pizza and hamburgers.
Oh, yeah. I don't listen
Chief
to
law
him.
enforcement.
I don't listen. I don't
That's
listen.
why John Bolton was calling out today. Well, but Trump doesn't know anything about that, but he could know. He could know about it, but, he doesn't know anything about it.
Nothing.
But he's allowed to know because he's the chief law enforcement officer.
I don't know. Geez almighty. I just don't know. I know that in California he's going to have a hard time. He tried it in L.A. And it didn't work that well. And you know what they say is happening in Washington, D.C. right now? Is everybody says, oh, yeah, all these soldiers are here and all these people are here with they don't have their arms right now. They're going to arm them in a couple of weeks, in about a week or so. But they say that all these people are doing it, they're just standing around. They have nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, my wife and I visited there, as you know, not that long ago. What, 2 months maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Just before all this. And I mean, we visited multiple neighborhoods. I think there's 6 lines or 5 lines on the metro. I think we rode on 4 different ones, 2 of them from one end to the other. I mean, like we didn't just go to the monument area, okay, just the mall, all right? I mean, we were at other neighborhoods in Maryland and Virginia that are still in Washington, D.C., right on the border. So, I mean, no one felt unsafe. No one felt, now, I'm not saying in their personal neighborhoods and everything they don't have some problems. I mean, that's a whole other conversation. But it's just, that's what I'm saying, to have. Who wants to go to Washington, D.C. and have, 8 Humvees parked around the perimeter? And I mean, what I don't understand.
Well, listen, before we're through today, we have to play the game we normally play, and that's how much did Bree spend for lunch today? Show us what's left of your food there.
There's nothing left, just the watermelon.
Okay, so you got what? Some sushi? I saw 4 pieces of sushi. 5, 6 pieces of sushi. Okay. And then what else? Watermelon?
Watermelon salad. I had 6 pieces of the tuna roll, miso soup, unlimited, all I can drink green tea.
Okay.
That looks like a urine.
How much do you think he spent today? I'm saying $5.
7.
6.
Anybody else? Nobody else want to try this? How about you, Brian?
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
Not that much.
How much did you spend today?
$5.75.
Wow.
$5.75. Well, I was the closest, wasn't I?
You'd be surprised. The check will be in the mail.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You usually never go over $6. I've never, in all the time we've played in this game, you've never gone over.
$6 is like the tip for that here.
I have gone over.
At least.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Bento box with water, a 3-item bento box, and that's like $26.
And I guarantee you,
oh, you're going to the wrong sushi bar.
Take a picture of that, Brian, and I will take a picture. This is authentic. I feel like I'm in Japan.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to play the theme here because getting close to the end of the show. Thank you so much for joining us here. Nice crowd and everything else, and it's been I was glad to take a couple of days off this week. It's the dog days of summer. I might do one more week at some point doing this, and it's just I'm lazy right now. So good. Anyway, but also this made a good show because we concentrated everything into one program. Well, I want to thank Jeff for being here. He hasn't said a word, but what the hell, we love him anyway. Mark Thorner down there in Florida, love seeing you. Charlie Wallace in Texas. Oh boy, poor guy. I feel so bad for you living there. But you choose to live there. So,
my kids are all here.
Hey, Texas was one of my favorite places I ever lived. I really had a good time there. Josh, good seeing you again. And Alan, a pleasure. Brian, thank you. Is Adrian there, or is she in another room now? Goodbye. Oh, there she is. Oh, she moved the camera and everything. You know, I hate to say this, Brian, and I hope she doesn't take this and goes to her head. She gets prettier every year. Yeah. So anyway, see, okay. Well, there's been no living with her now. Thanks to Kevin. Kevin, thank you, and thank you to Bree. Bree, thank you as well. Anyway, everybody, give a big wave goodbye, and I'll give a big wave goodbye at you. Okay, there they go, folks. That's our citizen panel. Here I am. See, you see my stuff in the back here, because I was doing a different way of putting that background on me tonight. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back again next Wednesday, I hope. And Amy Manuel is next. She wasn't here last night, but hopefully she'll be here tonight to do the intersection. We'll see you again on Monday for the pop-up show, and then Wednesday again, same time, same station in life. In the meantime, if you see her, tell her I love her, okay? Have a nice weekend.